Okay. Try not to touch the wire if you can. Yeah, I can hear that, I tell you.
Sis, can start already or not?
Ish, memang potong steam lah you.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Potong Steam Podcast. As usual, I am your host and we have...
Sissy.
I don't know why is there a delay in real life, you know?
No, because you did. I thought you were going to say your name, but you didn't say your name.
Didn't I say my name?
No, you'll be like, I'm your host, and I'm waiting for Eddie, and then you point to me, and I'm like, Sissy.
Yeah, hi, I'm your host Eddie and we have...
Sissy.
Yeah, we have Sissy.
Continue.
So actually, we pre-recorded a bunch of videos before this, and we feel that in this coming season, we are going to end Potong Steam. But not to worry, we are ending it for good because season 2 is coming up very soon, and a lot of videos.
Get ready for big changes.
Yes, get ready for big changes. But a lot of videos that you've seen so far, from episode 1 to episode 8, everything has been pre-recorded. So right now, we're actually obeying SOPs right now. If you didn't know.
But before the haters out there, as you say, we're obeying SOP. I have my second dose already. He has his second dose already, and we are all past 14 days. So all the Karens outside there, sabar ya?
Sabar ya.
We can show you my mice etc.
Yeah,
later.
we'll upload a screenshot later. But that's not important. Mainly why we are filming this video in this time and at this current situation is because that we feel that we left out quite a lot of things in the beginning and we haven't mentioned it yet. So right now, as we are coming to an end for season 1 of Potong Steam Podcast, we feel that it's more appropriate for us to mention these things and also to get our viewers to know us better even more. And as we progress to the future where a lot more exciting things are coming up, but still in the planning, of course, that is if CC would agree with the changes that you guys have made or I have made. We hope that...
Yes, season 2 there's a lot of changes. Maybe change in the host as well or anything. Stay tuned.
As usual, we are currently not hiring.
But before we start, I actually want to say such bravery of yours to film face to face right now. Because most of the episode, I just want to slap him, you know, like the hand will want to slap. And then he suggested we film face to face today. Because of this, because it's coming to an end, we want to do something special. And then he suggested to be in the same car with me, which is such bravery of you.
Which actually kind of pulls us back to our roots on why Potong Steam Podcast started. So basically, Potong Steam Podcast is actually one of the marketing strategies from Driwego.
Driwego, yes.
Driwego. So, I'm so sorry. I am very confused with myself.
He's about to get fired soon.
But yeah, Cici is working at the company and her boss was like, we need a new marketing. We need to kind of pull an audience to the company. So why not we come up with a podcast and talk about a lot of things related to the automotive industry.
That was his side of the story. Actually, my side of the story. Before Potong Steam is established, we actually have another podcast called PP Popo Podcast. That was also between me and another host, which is also my boss. So after that, because boss have something else to do as well, I can't always rely on him. So he was like, can you find a new partner that is actually the same age so we can have like same topic or same thing to discuss. But I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not the first person that comes into my mind when I was searching for a partner.
I am not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that statement at all.
I actually asked a lot of friends and I was this close to partner with my friend. And then all of a sudden, because MCO suddenly locked down and I cannot record with my friend anymore, and all of a sudden I thought of Eddie. Then I'm like, oh wait, my cousin actually studied mass comm. And I was like, I felt so guilty for thinking, why didn't I approach you? Because I already know you have all these equipments, but I just did. And then hey, but I still approach you. So don't so drama over there, please, okay? We're face to face. I scared my hand cannot control, you know.
But yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's try, because I'm not sure whether he's interested or not. I don't even know whether he listens to podcasts or not. So I just asked him and he said yes. Then I'm like, Then I was trying to keep this a secret for me finding other people until today.
This is why we should have a season recap on every season that we plan to do in the future or whatever episodes we come up, just to know that how my cousin sister thinks of me before she thinks about anything else.
At the end of the day, now I'm the life coach really. At the end of the day, we bond through this podcast. I mean, before this, I didn't talk with him. Like we only talk during Chinese New Year. But
she doesn't even gamble. That's not fun at all. That's definitely not a way to.
He likes to gamble a lot, but he always hates me because during Chinese New Year, I don't gamble. I choose to keep my ang pao money. At the end, not like someone who loses all of his ang pao money most often. So yeah, I am a reasonable, most responsible cousin here, and he's the. I don't know how to describe him, but yeah, he's the special one.
No, I'm pretty sure my mom wins all the cash.
Yeah, that's the very confusing part about our Chinese New Year. Is like he's the one who ajak us to play.
Yeah.
And we usually lose a lot of money to his mom. But I can't blame him because he loses the most money to his own mom. So.
And we don't split the profits. That's the funny thing. We don't split the profits. She's like, you lose, you snooze, you lose. Okay, that's your problem.
Okay, but hey, come back to the topic, please.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I approach him to be my partner. I mean, it's not. I don't like him, but I have no choice.
Wow, we're really getting to the bottom of the whole podcast right now.
No, but I have to say that throughout this podcast we really do bonded. I mean, there are some fights. I mean, if everything is successfully smooth, then it's not an experience. You can't call that as an experience.
We need this thing to get out of the way.
I have to admit, last week we did have a huge major fight. But of course, he did not reply to my WhatsApp. So, yeah, we do have a fight. And then that's part of the process of doing podcasts. And not everything goes smoothly.
I think that's also part of working life, that you will definitely argue with all your co-workers.
Yeah. But of course, at the end of the day, you see, we can still manage to be in the same car. I mean, I did belanja him Starbucks just now. He chose the smallest. Okay, let me show you guys. I asked him to choose a drink. And then we were yum cha. I was having a yum cha session. But God let him hate me so much. He chose this size. Was my version of yum cha session. But he decided to cut short my yum cha session by choosing the smallest drink he can find in Starbucks. So that he wouldn't be stuck with me that long.
No, actually, I kind of feel guilty. It's like, I don't want to order something that expensive. Because if I were to order something that expensive, that's coming out of my paycheck. I don't know if it's gonna come out or not, but I gotta be sure, I gotta be sure I don't spend anything out of my paycheck. So, actually, this drink is like an ice.
Finding excuses now.
No. If you go to Starbucks and you look at their menu, this is actually called the ice shaken double shot espresso. So it only comes in one size, which is this tiny.
Yeah,
small.
don't put it so close to the camera and to make it look big.
I just spilled coffee all over myself, shit. But yes,
So yeah, so as we say, we bonded through the podcast. But if any one of you that wish to start a podcast, what kind of advice you want to give them?
I would say make sure you have a topic that you know best, and at the same time that your partner and whoever have like a good topic to talk about. It doesn't need to be audience attracting, but it needs to be interesting.
For me, I think a podcast is it's like a private space for you to discuss all your opinions outside. Like for other people to listen to your opinions and voice up your own opinions, because dear God, if you go in the public and we suddenly voice out our own opinion, there's a lot of Karen outside there and we'll get bashed at. So podcast is something like that, but there's more to podcasts, but we hope that we can explore more about podcasts, like different kind of segments of podcasts in the future for our upcoming season, which we'll be discussing on the next episode. So please stay tuned.
Okay, I think one of the main questions we get asked a lot, well, not really, but we just gotta make ourselves like, you gotta fake it till you make it, right? So I think a lot of questions will be asked like, what equipments we use to record our whole podcast, especially during MCO. Like how do
you want to talk about equipments after we just fight for the last week?
I think it has to start from somewhere. It has to start from somewhere. I'm not gonna lie. So, what do you use to record for your podcast from your side?
Well, first of all, it's actually a Sony camera, and I tried. If those that has been following us from the first episode and until the episode 8, the beginning of episodes, my audio quality was not really that good because I have actually used like a Comica mic or something, and it actually recorded a lot of my surrounding sounds. So we previously have a comment about someone's aircon being too loud.
I need to retract that comment because that's actually my audio, and it's my neighbor's GTR. It's not an aircon, it's a GTR.
So for the person that actually commented, it's not aircon, it's a GTR, which is potong steam. See, it's potong steam. So actually we use our title too much to cover up our little mistakes, but that's part of life. And then
that's so funny.
But of course, my side of the audio is actually not that clear because my audio quality, it absorbs too many surroundings, and I am not an expert on editing because I am not a mass comm. But even though my partner is a mass comm, he doesn't enjoy what I'm doing the most as he should. So I apologize for the first few episodes of audio shittiness.
Yeah, I think for my equipment, I'm actually using the same camera as CC. I'm also using a Sony. But if you're starting out, I won't suggest a Sony because it's very damn expensive. If I'll be honest, Sony is not the cheapest and it's definitely not the budget-friendly type. But if you say you want some good quality, I mean, Sony is one of the top 5 brands to get. If you were to include Hasselblad and all the other Canon, Nikon, any camera is good to start. You can even use your phone to start recording your own podcast. For audio wise, I'm using a condenser mic. It's a Scarlett Studio.
Usually,
condenser.
all the episodes, his voice is the most angelic kind of voice and easiest to listen.
Yeah,
because he has some mic there.
I own 2. In the first 4 episodes, I was using a Shure SV100. That is mainly for talking. Talking is a talking mic. It's not like a vocal mic. And then from episode 4 to episode 8, episode 5 to episode 8, I switched to my Scarlett Studio, which I felt at the time was better. I needed some.
How better?
I mean, it's clearer. It's very sensitive. That's why. At the same time, my laptop was giving problems, so I didn't really want to like go through the whole editing, like leveling up that whole audio channel. So I just pick a condenser, and from there I just record at top volume and lower it down. Software wise, I use Premiere Pro to edit, crack version in a way, but
edit.
Sorry, I combine the audio and the video together at Premiere Pro. In terms of recording the audio itself, I use Ableton Live, which it comes with the software bundle that I got it from my mic. In terms of how the mic communicates with the laptop, I'm using an interface from Focusrite. It's actually the whole studio type of setup. Yeah, so the pricing on that is kind of expensive.
I don't know, it's your salary, it's not my salary.
If you say you want to get a setup like mine, recording stuff itself, including a microphone, the interface and software is included, stuff like that, that will cost you 1k, 1.2k.
Do we need to share this to your parents?
Actually, they bought it during my UPSR. So,
wow!
Okay, this recording equipment was just one of the few things I got after my PT3 exam because I wanted to go into music, but I failed miserably.
For those of you that actually likes music, Eddie actually joined the competition, which is Malaysia's greatest talent.
Yeah.
And then for those of you, please support his video. It's at the description below, the link there, and like that post because this was his first
I won't say it's my first
not- yeah.
competition, but I would say it's the first competition I joined for singing.
Yes.
Solo lah. If I've been singing in a choir for years, and we have gone through multiple competitions, won a couple of stuff.
But of course, the equipment you use is the same as you do podcasts.
Yes, I actually do use the same.
So for those of you that haven't been liking Eddie's competition video, please explore the link below and support him through the post.
Yeah, and I
But
think that's
that's what you say, because all these equipments you need what 1k, around 1k ringgit.
Actually, you can get cheaper versions. Like I think on Shopee you can find like quite decent quality condenser microphones for less than 100 or 200 itself, and then they come with their own sound card. That's actually quite convenient, and it's actually a good price to start at. But if you are very serious into getting into music or into productions and recordings like this, yeah, just be prepared to spend a lot of money, because I think I think in every part of the video you'll notice me wearing like these earphones, like these are actually quite expensive, and they are the baseline models. So these are actually what singers use during their live performance and stuff like that. So they are called in-ear monitors. My pair costs around $800.
So for those that just want to try out podcast first and not get into so much money first, I suggest maybe you can try like virtual podcasts, like how we did for the past 8 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
all you need is just a phone, and then maybe you try your bonding with your partner first.
Yeah.
If you really want to explore podcasts, because it's a type of experience. I think it's not hard. It's not
hard. It's not
it's
hard.
easy, but it's also some kind of train your social skills in a way, like presentation skills.
Yeah,
in
presentation
a way.
skills.
Like, because on the first episode, you can see both of us is very awkward.
It's super awkward.
We were trying, and then we were thinking how to like keep the momentum going until the point after that we'll be like, okay, you know what, just talk.
Just talk,
just
just talk.
discuss the matter.
And then
So-
when Tawin joined one of our episodes,
Oh, that
Oh.
episode was like, I almost got high blood pressure. I almost want to slap. I almost disown, like literally disown my cousin. You know what that podcast is? We filmed the whole episode. I know it's not his problem or Tavin's problem. It's because Tavin doesn't have the professional equipment that we own. He was using
my tablet to film himself, record himself. Wait.
the first time he
Oh,
used
the
his
first
own
time
phone.
he used his own phone
Yeah.
to screen record the whole thing.
Yeah, we were using like WhatsApp video call that
Yeah.
time. And then after 1 hour of recording, Eddie suddenly decided to WhatsApp me saying that Tavin's part got problem and the whole thing was not recorded. So we have to re-record the whole thing.
But if I be honest, and also Tavin also said this, is that we all prefer the first recording compared to the one that you guys are seeing.
The one that you guys saw, he suddenly become very chatty. Chatty until
A
the
lot.
point that me and Tavin will zone out so all of the sudden. Those kind. But the first episode, yeah, there's something that we miss is the first episode, the chemistry over there. So my advice to all of you that wanted to try podcast, don't re-record.
Yeah, don't re-record.
Oh, every time the first take was always the best. Don't think so much. And of course, every time when people do podcast, the one thing that you will hate the most was listening to your own voice.
Yes.
He just have to merge his audio and video together. I have to listen my voice and his voice together and
And you have to time it like together.
time it together. And there's something about human psychology where you hate your own voice.
I'm
not sure about you, but I really think.
Actually, it's very normal to hate your own voice, because when you are like singing and stuff, you're actually hearing with your eardrum, and also the inner vibrations of your
Welcome to
cheekbone.
music class by teacher Eddie.
No. I mean, it's true, because when you're listening to your own voice and you think it's very good, it's because that your cheekbone resonates that sound along with how your eardrum works, like you're receiving sound from the outside and stuff like that. That's why you feel like, hey, I'm actually not a bad singer. But when you listen to
your
own voice in a recording, it sounds completely different. I'm not gonna lie. It's because that you're only hearing it from your eardrums and it's not vibrating through your collarbone or your cheekbone. So
biology class. So for those of you that you think your voice is not good, just
know it's normal.
just keep recording, and then one day you get used to it. Until now, I'm still not really that used to it, but it's normal. It's normal to hate your own voice, and then for outsiders, it's a usual thing.
Yeah.
So that I will give you a heads up first, and do not try to delete that recording of yours. Hating your own voice is normal. It's just that it's psychology. I don't know how to explain, but it's just like that. So that's how we all started.
That's how it started. I mean, I think chemistry is one thing. I think we mentioned it quite a number of times.
But of course, this is the first part of the episode. So if you have any questions regarding to like podcast setup or podcast environment or anything, you can leave your questions at the comments below, and I will have him answering your question. Since he's the teacher Eddie just now, I'm just beside you. I can slap you or anything, and I'm older than you, so you have to listen to me. Okay, so thanks again for stay tuning us for our episode 9 with the last 2 episodes of our podcast. And remember to subscribe, share, and like for those that have been supporting us all the way. Thank you so much, and we will not let you down for our season 2. So no need advertisement now for now.
That was actually quite synchronized. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
we didn't plan this
it's
out.
like intonation somehow. It's just like link. Okay, at least that shows how we are related. Okay, so thanks again, and we will see you part 2.
I point my finger.
1, 2 开。